Astrological chart.
We're live.
Won't you do an astrological chart? Take your pants down.
Jesus.
To the cleaners today, take your pants down.
Joe, I'll take care of your astrological
To the cleaners today, take your pants down.
Hello and welcome to the Freemasons podcast with your hosts, Right Worshipful Brother George Mudry,
Worshipful Brother Joe,
and Worshipful Brother Ken.
We're up here causing havoc today with episode 177, Freemasonry and our astrological signs.
Won't you do my astrological chart? God bless Red Peter. A little credit to Red Peters there.
Was he a brother?
That was Red
Skelton.
Red Skelton. Yeah, sorry.
Maybe Red Fox. I don't know.
Interesting.
But Red Skelton, definitely. Red Peters has some very interesting songs. He's got the How's Your Whole Family song. He's got a Ballad of a Dog Named Stains. I highly recommend that one.
You have to check that out after.
Just think of what you would say if you were calling over a dog named Stains.
I got it. I'm not going to say it, but I got it.
It's a very sad song about a little boy and his dog named Stains.
Oh. Anyway, we're up here we're going to be doing some Freemasonry and astrology. Ken swears that we've done this before. I don't think so. I think we may have touched on it in another episode, maybe the Golden Ratios one or something else along those lines.
We might have gotten into a little bit with Janet Walter because I think that was more astronomy versus astrology.
I think we were talking about astronomy. It probably wasn't the subject of the entire episode. And then George started talking about star signs and stuff, and I'm like, George, that's astrology, George.
Right.
Astrology.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what happened. I guarantee you that's what happened. But anyway, first thing we're going to do is we're going to handle some housekeeping.
Oh, let's see what kind of likes we had recently. We had some interesting Facebook community ads recently.
Really?
We just saw the one that Raph sent us with how the guy answered the questions.
We're going to be saying that one live, by the way, because that was freaking hilarious.
Good stuff.
All right, so let's go. Where do we got? Wow, we've got some big ones here. We've got, there's two I'm going to leave for the end. But, God, we've added quite a few. I believe we left off with somewhere around Skylar Brown. We have Elhuria Malls, Tyler Powell, Tim Walker, Jaron Hansen, Ricardo Maris, Nick Steiner, not to be confused with Rick or Scott. Bro, Renee J. Perez, Big Papa Pump is your hookup. Holla if you hear me. Miriam Fatima.
You're a child.
Whatever. Melissa Hegler. Philip Roy. Here's a big one. And coming to the Freemasons podcast next Sunday, March 21st, we have a like from Brother Timothy Hogan.
Yay.
Aaron Huey. I am Serenus. Cuckoo Cachoo. Sean Moyer. Jonna Lynn. Andrea Sullivan. Giovanni Ritchie. Adam Goldman. Gary Shumati. Ali Okarismail. Adam Rock. And the one and only, this is probably the biggest follow we've gotten so far when you talk about celebrities.
Is it sure?
Hermes Trismegistus.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I didn't know that guy had an account.
He only came back 3 times. I didn't think he came back a 4th.
Right? He's tied with Scott Walter right now.
All right. He's tied with
We're calling Brother Scott Walter Trismegistus.
You better step it up. Hermes just popped in.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ken.
That's a lot over on Facebook. On Instagram, we've only got a few. We've got Thor, not the god of thunder. Cool, man. I don't know what he is if he's not the god of thunder. We got Antoine, Stephen, and Jordan. Thank you, brothers.
Awesome. Brother Joe, lead it.
Brothers, right hand to arms.
To arms.
Ready. Aim. Fire, good fire. Fire all. Together, brothers.
Vivat, vivat, vivat. Jai Everland says that's me.
Oh,
God.
Thor, not the god.
Okay. So, all right, but we still have Hermes Trismegistus.
Still got Hermes.
Awesome.
So here we go.
No, that cleared it up.
5-star review. Nice.
I'm on a roll today. Watch out.
Watch out.
Subtle.
5-star review. This is from Alpha-Wolf. Alpha Wolf.
Oh.
Badass.
No, cool.
5-star review. He says, Lost Book of Enki. Terrific podcast series on the Lost Book of Enki. Please do the rest of the tablets. Love your reading and commentary. I most certainly will be getting back into that relatively soon. I had to take a little slight pause because...
little hiatus.
Well, the reason being is because when I was doing those, I was out of work. I was out on an injury. So I had time to sit around and basically do nothing.
Now you got a job.
Now I have a job. So, but I will be getting back into those relatively shortly. Might even do it with you brothers too. Yeah, if you guys are interested, we'll
totally
do it up. Bang out. We won't do like every single chapter, every single by Hermes.
Special guest.
Go, that guy's all full of shit. But anyway, this episode is going to be Freemasonry and astrology, and let's do this. Boys, got any housekeeping before we start this? Anything else you want to add before I start screwing up words?
Nope. We didn't hang the portrait yet.
Yeah,
we ran out of nails.
Yeah, it'll be up there.
So right now it's just nicely tucked away between you and I.
Yeah,
it's like a Freemason podcast sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of creepy that it's right over Joe's right shoulder or your left shoulder. It's freaking hilarious.
This is fine.
There's other things we could do with that picture too.
I know. Trust me.
Yeah. Patreon.
I'm well aware.
Look for it on Patreon.
Freemasonry and astrology. This is from our most favorite website that we go to, I think. I would have to say for our information, the Grand Lodge of British Columbia in Yukon.
Yeah, they're awesome.
So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to read about the correlations between astrology and Freemasonry. And then I think it would be fun at the end to actually do a profile of each one of our astrological signs to see if it actually fits our bill of like who we actually are.
Okay. All right.
What do you think?
So what you're saying is you're going to do my astrological chart.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, references.
It doesn't get old.
No, it doesn't. Freemasonry and astrology. References in Masonic writings to the sun, the moon, the starry firmament, and the blazing star combined with the fondness of Masonic artists and architects for representations of zodiacs and star charts have led both non-Masons, anti-Masons, and a few Freemasons to believe that astrology is somehow an integral part of history, if not the beliefs and practices of Freemasonry. But nowhere in the rituals and practices of Freemasonry is there any hint of astrology or belief in divination. Divination.
Yeah.
All right. Several late 20th century books either claimed linked to Freemasonry to astrology, or have been quoted by others attempting to forge such a link. David Ovason's The Secret Zodiacs of Washington, D.C. is critiqued elsewhere on this site. The following notes demonstrate that at least two recent books do not prove Freemasonry's link to astrology. So this is going to be us debunking, if you will.
More or less, or we could just try to shoehorn it into...
But it is
principles of the fraternity.
In the 7 liberal arts and sciences as part of the
astronomy.
Ah, yes.
There's a difference. This
yes.
one's more.
Okay, we're going Miss Cleo. Okay, yeah.
Who's the child's father?
who the father, baby? Anyway, I'll never forget that commercial when that shit used to pop up on the bottom of the TV. It just, I laughed. I remember being a kid laughing when she did that whole.
Yeah, even though she was a scam artist, she was awesome.
She was entertaining.
Yeah,
if you look at it, it's entertainment value.
There was a couple others that were scam artists too. What was that one?
Every other 900 number that you call.
No, there was one that was like Psychic Friends Network. Who was that?
Oh yeah,
Bo Derek or something like that. Not Bo Derek.
Dionne Warwick.
Dionne Warwick.
Yes.
Yeah.
Keep smiling. Keep shining.
Oh, totally forgot about that.
Yeah. Weird. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. Let me start this. The Byram Collection by Joy Hancocks. It's a hardcover book. London, Jonathan Cape, 1992. Joy Hancocks has written. I know, Joe. You child.
I didn't say a thing. I did.
Has written an interesting book detailing her discovery of the history and the meaning of collection of 17th century drawings which came into her possession. She does not attempt to make any suggestions. It's whatever. Moving on. Blah 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 blah. So it's basically saying I'm writing this book about zodiac signs and Freemasonry, but doesn't attempt to make any suggestions or implementations about Freemasonry. You know what I'm talking about? It's that disclaimer of, I'm going to talk about this, but I'm not implementing.
Yeah, it's all horse crap.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna write it anyway.
So let's see here. Hancock demonstrates that John Byram, a collector of these drawings, was an associate of Doctors James Anderson and John, some French name. Two proponents of the founding.
We're not even going to try anymore.
No.
Some French.
Two proponents of the founding of the Grand Lodge of England in 1777, and that they were of his circle of friends and associates. But this is no proof that they participated in astrological studies or included these studies in their understandings of Freemasonry. So these are two art collectors that she's trying to basically sandwich in that these guys bought these astrological paintings or whatever. Oh no, they were making these paintings because they were Freemasons. So she's trying to make a correlation between the two, is what I'm gathering here. As an example of Hancock's imagination getting ahead of the facts, she notes that Byram writes in his journal that he told the Sun Club he was going to establish a Kabbalah club. Cabala.
Yeah, I'm like
Kabbalah?
Kabbalah. No, Kabbalah is like the study. It's
right.
like numerology.
Right. Without a single other citation to his meetings. Without a single other citation to his club, Hancock's make numerous allusions to its assumed membership and meetings. She admits an unexpected silence about the further meetings of the Kabbalah Club. It appears to keep mentioning it just as a reason to keep using the word Kabbalah.
Right, because it's a fun word to say.
Yeah. She assumes that these drawings were of use to Byram, who included them with others in source material for study at his Kabbalah Club. So I'm assuming this is kind of like a
Wasn't that a Barry Manilow song? Oh no,
that was Coco Bana.
Okay,
So I'm assuming that she's trying to correlate that this Kabbalah Club is kind of like what our Fellow Craft Club would be, right? Is it you're kind of gathering?
Maybe, or she could even be.
School.
She could even be going like Hellfire Club kind of thing. But
Could be.
Yeah, I mean, if it's actually about Kabbalah, that's about like numerology. It's like Old Testament numerology, which I don't think that has anything to do with astrology, and it's very tenuous links with Freemasonry. So
she just likes saying Kabbalah.
Yeah, I like saying it too.
In the face of complete absence of references or documentation, she poses the question: had the Kabbalah Club gone underground? Excuse me. Then again, maybe the club never existed except a chance remark by Byram to his friends. It seems evident to an unidentified librarian at the Jesus Christ.
You were doing so well too.
Theosociophysical Society.
Okay. I mean,
That the group using the drawings had come to a halt. Otherwise, they would have been passed on by Byram to his successor. The existence of any group is speculation. There's no membership list or writings of the meeting. Only one entry in Byram's diary. So let me paint the picture here. Okay, two Masons, or this one Mason. One.
I'm helping you paint the picture. I'm helping you paint the picture.
One Mason, this guy Byram. He's a Freemason. Mm-hmm. He is a painter or purchase painting, something along those lines.
A purveyor in art.
So he's either an art collector or an artist. We don't know which.
Right.
Or both.
He apparently had some sort of a manifesto or a ledger or a journal that he was writing talking about a Kabbalah club, or somebody had made mention of him being part of a Kabbalah club, which, I mean, realistically, in 1717, they were freaking everywhere.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Everywhere.
Everybody had their own little society going on.
What I kind of see what she's doing is she's trying to make it seem like there was like this extra club outside of Freemasonry that was this Kabbalah club that was addressed specifically for astrological things. Kind of what I'm gathering here.
Sounds like she's reaching a bit.
Very much.
I mean, I would need to see the documentation, the brochures, the handbills, if you will, from this Kabbalah club to know if it has anything to do with astrology. Because Kabbalah does not have anything to do with astrology, like the strict definition of the term Kabbalah. Why is everybody laughing?
This is just the
Keith
comments.
Noonan.
Nice. He's right.
We have again the picture of what's his name? Holiday in the background, and it's literally behind Joe over his left shoulder. And Keith says, "Can't stop looking for long," but it looks like Holiday is humping Joe's arm.
Can't be helped.
So what basically this guy Byram had made mention of this Kabbalah club, but then it was never brought up again. And she's saying, "Oh, well, it must have went underground, or the group never existed because he didn't. You would have heard word of him passing on to his successor,
right?
Or maybe it just didn't freaking exist,
or maybe she just made the whole thing up. But even if it did exist, I still don't see any link with astrology.
No." Hancock spends much of her book detailing her search for links, and many there are. Correlation, casualty, and significance is the different matter, though. Another member of the Cortor Coronati Lodge, Terence O'Haunch, has written, "Useless that is, there really was some sort of inner esoteric circle. But of this, my mundane and skeptical outlook makes me doubt." Come on, Ken, you're the theologian here.
I'm the theologian. Joe's more of a theologian than I.
Yeah, I don't know what he's saying.
Yeah, there you go.
It almost sounds like, again, if I'm going to break it down in jarhead terms, I call it, unless there's really some sort of inner esoteric circle, but this of my name, I don't know. It just seems like this is a Mason from another lodge basically discrediting what.
Hancock.
And
that's what the Grand Lodge is doing too by writing the article. They're basically saying, there's a few authors that tried to put two and two together and confabulate some kind of link between Freemasonry and astrology where none really exists, and they're just kind of debunking it. So.
All right. In attempting to link the drawings with certain London theaters, Hancock notes, I wish is there a place for this drawings? I want to hear about these damn drawings.
I'd like to see pictures of them.
Yeah. The only thing I had to say, Brother Cryer is perhaps overgenerous. This book is an interesting study of a collection of 516 drawings, which by their texture, watermarks, and occasional notations have proved to be a gathered selection of architectural, nautical, symbolic, and even Kabbalistic representations from the late 16th to early 17th century, to the early 18th century. But the connections to Freemasonry is tenuous.
Yeah.
Hancock is neither an academic nor a historian, and her work raises the question of academic rigor. That Byram was a Freemason and a member of the Royal Society, and that he associated with the founders of modern Freemasonry is documented.
Okay.
But this does not prove that astrology was incorporated into the teachings of Freemasonry. Freemasonry teaches us to employ the liberal arts and sciences, which include astronomy and mathematics, which incorporated astrology. So astrology falls on the encompassment, I guess, what they're saying.
No, I think if you ask me, mathematics and astronomy and geometry refute the belief system of astrology. Right? If you apply scientific rigor to something, astrology kind of breaks down. Astrology is mostly just in the same way that Kabbalah is kind of a what do you call it when somebody has weird fears?
Phobia?
Phobia.
Not phobia, like superstition. Superstition. Astrology and Kabbalah are kind of founded upon superstition, whereas the liberal arts that we're taught as Freemasons are based on science and fact. So
there's only, and I'm gonna speed past this. If you're welcome to go look at this, this is at freemasonry.bcy.ca /anti-masonry/astrology link HTML. But it says right here, there's another one. This is another site here, the Sun in the Church, Cathedrals and Solar Observatories. And I'm just going to, this is a guy named Heli Braun. He wrote a comprehensive and solid study on how the needs of astronomy were incorporated into the architecture of whatever. They're talking about astronomy. They're not talking about astrology. Author Art de Hoyos notes in a letter written to a friend, Albert Pike wrote, I think that no speculations are more barren than those in regard to the astronomical character of the symbols of Masonry, except those that are the numbers and their combinations of the Kabbalah. In that is said about numbers in that lecture, if not mere jugglery, amounts to nothing. The astronomical explanations of them, however plausible, would only show that they are taught no truths, moral or religious, of absurdity, if not insanity, the human intellect can indulge. God damn,
that's a burn.
So Albert Pike clearly was not a person of astrology.
Correct.
Yeah, he was more of a reasoning man.
Yeah. Science, man of science.
Yeah, man of science.
So
me with science.
I think it's safe to say that, I think Freemasonry really doesn't have anything to do with
Not
astrology.
Really. But you know what? The Grand Lodge of British Columbia and the Yukon.
Yep.
Yeah, they are serious Masonic scholars. Man.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
We should get somebody from them on.
Yeah, they've done a lot of
Rafferty,
homework.
work on that. Get somebody on from there.
Yeah.
brilliant
But
people.
I think we should have fun with this, though. Anyway, poke
Yeah.
fun at it, whatever. And what I'm going to do is I'm going
Why
to
don't you
pull up-
become Miss Cleo?
Yeah,
And you can
You
read
can
our
palms and stuff.
yeah.
we're gonna. This is basically just going to turn into all three of us bashing one another.
Yeah, pretty much.
This is going to be
Okay.
fun.
We're going to try this here.
I would read them palms, but they're very
Astrological profile of people.
Of
Well, you know your sign?
what kind of Google?
What sign are you,
query is
Ken?
that? I am Pisces.
And George, you're what?
There we go. Feces. What's that other astrological sign that doesn't come around like every, what is it, like 36,000 years? It's like the one that's hidden in like the black hole of the universe.
What?
Something along those lines.
I never heard of that.
Yeah.
Here we go. We'll do zodiac sign personality.
I like more my my Chinese
And which are you?
birth sign. So I'm the year of the cock.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That explains a lot.
that would be
Yeah.
Now, is there a special thing for, like, I know it's certain cultures, like the white buffalo and,
Yeah.
yeah, albino.
It's a cock.
Like,
It's a sign of
right.
fertility.
is there
or
like an
something.
albino version of it?
No,
Let's-
it's just a regular ass cock. Yeah.
Give this a shot.
I'm the rat. And
Okay, you're the rat. That's pretty cool.
go ahead. That's,
Tweezy.
Yeah.
Tweezy.
We'll let that one
I
slide.
don't know. I think I'm the dog. 82. 82.
I think you are because my brother was born in '82 and he's year of the dog. Yeah.
All right. So zodiac signs. Again, this has nothing to do with Freemasonry. This is just
This
going
is
to
just
turn
fun at this
into. This is just fun
now
at
that
this
we've
point.
debunked that there has
We've
nothing to do
debunked.
with it.
Yes.
Let's go our personality chart.
Here we go. All right. So who wants to go first?
You could do mine first. Libra.
Libra. Oh
Libra.
God.
Scales of justice.
Yeah, that's unsurprising there, Judge.
Don't call me Judge Judy for
Here
nothing.
we go. Ready? The Libra. Personality traits in love, friendship, and more. Symbol. The scales.
Yeah.
All right.
So right away they're calling me
You're a
fat.
fucking snake.
They're calling me fat.
Scales of a snake. Date September 22nd to October 23rd for 2021. So I guess the signs change and move.
No, I guess that's just
No.
my, like, specifically talking about me this year.
Element air.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes a lot of sense.
Modality. MOD.
It's like modality, like the way that you conduct yourself. Or whatever.
Cardinal.
Oh,
I don't know what the fuck that means. Cardinal.
because I'm red?
You're a bird. You shit on everybody's car.
Because I got a red head like a cardinal?
Ruling planet Venus.
I'm your Venus.
There we go. Ready? Libra traits. Hates being alone.
That's not true. I love being alone.
The hell with you people. I love being alone.
Really good aesthetics. What the hell does that mean? You got prosthetic legs or something?
No,
No,
means
aesthetics.
he
It means I
can-
look nice.
Pull it
I did
yeah.
just get a haircut.
Or he can like decorate his house properly. He knows how to match things.
Shout out to Ralph down at the barbershop in Trumbull, Connecticut.
Sup, Ralph?
Conflict avoidant. You'll run from a conflict.
I don't know if I
know.
avoid it. I tend to smooth them over.
You're a bitch.
Yeah.
I tend to smooth it over rather than.
He's like the arbitrator, man.
Yeah,
I don't see him
like a
running
counselor.
running from a fight.
Holiday, what's up, buddy? Just wanted to say, Holiday, last night when we were talking in Discord and joking, do a shameless plug right here, I was not mad at your little shot that you took at me. I actually was literally laying in bed like, good night, I'm going to bed. Like, so my middle finger was me laughing, giving you the middle finger emoji, and I was literally falling asleep. All good.
He wasn't crying.
I wasn't crying. There was no crying about it. I was literally laying in bed and couldn't keep my freaking eyes open. But anyway, moving on from that, let's see here. Sees every side. Oh, that's you. Hands.
Totally.
Oh, yeah. That one I can say. Because I'll be over here flipping my freaking lid, and you're like, yeah, but
look
which,
at
in a sense, pisses me off even worse. I'm like, no, I'm right. Prone to fantasy.
Oh yeah.
Says the guy who I came up here to set up for the podcast a couple weeks ago, and there's a whole bunch of Star Wars shit all over the freaking table.
What?
Saxton.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. When he brought the stuff from down in
can't make decisions.
Ooh, I don't know.
I don't think that's accurate.
All right. There we go. Best careers that you can have. Hive mind? What the hell is that?
What? That's not a career.
Socialite.
Like a wealthy socialite?
No, like the Borg.
You can't. Instagram model.
Oh,
God.
What was that? Instagram model?
Fat Bad Pitt.
That Brad Pitt, yeah.
Anyway, let's move on
I
here.
can be an influencer.
Oh, man. Okay, here we go. Ready?
That's it? That's all I got for you?
No.
Oh, okay.
About Libra. Is Libra a good sign? If you are a Libra asking this question, obsessed with embodying the idea of goodness with the entirety of your being, you should know that it's perfectly acceptable to be a Libra. Basically meaning that you're
thanks for your permission to be a Libra.
Who wrote this nonsense?
You're a good person.
Yeah.
Listen, I pulled up the first website I found. It's Costa Astrology. Costa Astrology.
Okay. We're
gonna go with it.
Yeah, that's fine.
What personality is a Libra? Douche. Libra is difficult to really understand because they seem so contradictory on the surface. They simultaneously extroverted and introverted, strategic and spontaneous, focused, and you're all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
Holy shit. You need a Xanax.
I'm like a social chameleon.
Yeah.
The variability makes it difficult to pin down their true character. It's true.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
You come up here and you're the nicest, sweetest guy.
And then you've seen me get
sunshine and roses and Skittles popping out of your anus. And the next time you come up here, you're freaking launching shit and swearing every 5 minutes.
Yes, that happened just a couple of weeks ago.
It did.
I forget what triggered me, but something.
Yeah, you do get a little angry once in a while. It's rare though.
This is because Libras value empathy. So you're empathetic.
Yeah, I'll see. I'll agree with that.
They are receptive. They can be other people's mirrors. Because of this,
like a funhouse mirror, like you're short and I'm tall.
That would be a convex mirror.
Oh, they got all kinds of wacky things.
Because of this, they have strong opinions about other people, but take a long time to understand themselves. They want to be admired, if not for their talents, but their charm. They want to seem as a responsible figure who can balance out the turbulent elements around them. They feel an intense amount of guilt and shame when they are unhappy because they know that their unhappiness affects everyone around them.
That's why.
Let's go with that. What are Libra's weaknesses? Oh boy, here we go. Libras are compassionate and empathetic people, small penises. They also are willing to go off to help others.
Do we have to go back to the Joe Normus episode?
No, we don't have to do that.
They dislike conflict and avoid confrontations. These traits lead them to be manipulated by others. I don't think so. I would strongly disagree with that.
Agreed.
With you, anyway.
Yeah, that's because I'm variable, like it said.
But I don't think you could be manipulated by other people because there's many times you told me, listen, little guy, calm the fuck down.
There may be times where I may try to see the best in someone and try to assume their intentions are good, and that could be, I guess, manipulated.
Okay.
So I like to believe the best in somebody until you prove me wrong. But no, I don't think you can. You're not going to get me to go along with a bad idea if I think it's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Libras also have a tendency to be indecisive. They are so concerned about other people's feelings that they let other people make decisions for them.
That's not really true.
Yeah.
Libras put a lot of weight in their own opinions as others. Although they are secretly terrified of negative judgment, they have a hard time avoiding the spotlight. They need to be noticed or to feel validated.
To a certain extent, I could say, like I've always said, God bless worshipful brother Scott Shalinsky if he's out there listening, past master of Bachelor Ospitak in 2019, 18, 19. Who he knows, like my two things. I can come off as very confident. I can come off as, some people even say arrogant. But if you tell me something, two things: if you make fun of my weight, or if you tell me like my hair is messed up, I obsess over it. Like I obsess. Like if you wanted to bring me down, you're like, "Hey, Joe, did you get a haircut?" Yeah, it's not.
Shit.
Did you go to somebody? Did you go to somebody? You didn't even have to say that. You go. Did you go to somebody new? Yeah. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, what are you talking about?
Was Ralph drunk this time?
All right. We still got to get to Ken's, which is going to be basically beep, boop, beep, but we're still going to go try it. So let me speed through this. What Libras need to discover is positivity in its own kind of delusion. Libras are bound by limitations of their bodies and their minds. They are contained within the boundaries of their five senses. This makes sense. You go to on freaking religious retreats and shit. You're always looking for a higher power. It's awesome. Yeah. Not shitting on it. They're able to understand the flavor of the world, but not the color. They're able to interpret the underlying micro signals that others can. The dark abyss of the unknown is a terrifying place for them, which is why they have to pretend that they know everything.
Wow.
Wow.
But there might be some people out there that would agree with that.
They project an air of
omnipotence or omniscience.
Omniscience.
That means I know everything.
But in truth, they have no idea what they're talking about.
I see exactly what you did there. Well,
but in truth, I have no idea what I'm talking about. Is that what it said?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I can do that at times. I can sell just about anything.
What are Libras afraid of? Libras are afraid of being alone. They fear of being disconnected from the collective is part of their primal psychology makeup. Libras are afraid of the unknown. They're afraid of their own secrets. They are capable of organizing their lives with such complex structure that they rarely face true unknown situations. Libras fear that they will live their lives in a constant state of fear. Jesus Christ, this is like a laundry list here.
I got issues.
So
I got baggage, man.
There is a guy.
They're just talking about a constant state of fear. They will constantly dictate the fear will constantly dictate their behavior. The fear will cripple their ability to be happy. The fear will prevent them from achieving their goals. Jesus.
There may have been a point in my life where some of that was true. You go back to like high school, college age. There might be some truth to some of those things.
Let's go to angry. Why is a Libra so angry?
Is that what it is? That literally what
is the next section of it?
I don't think I'm angry.
The source of Libra's anger is the tension between what they think life should be like and what it actually is. They fantasize about success, influence, power, but feel as though they have to work harder than other people to achieve it. Libras keep an internal Rolodex of their artistic and intellectual heroes and idealize their freedoms with innocence. Whatever. INSOUCIANCE. Whatever. They harbor secret envy. They also get angry when they feel that their integrity is threatened. That one,
that's true.
I could see
that's
that
true.
One. They are extremely sensitive, and so any kind of criticism cuts deep. They're hyper in tuned to other people. Their self-worth pinned to external validation. This breeds unconscious resentment. They don't want to admit that they feel more. I could see that one, the unconscious resentment, because you seem like the type where somebody will piss you off and they'll be like, "Hey, Joe, I'm sorry to piss you off. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine." When you're actually saying, "Fuck you," I guess you could say. Let's see here. Why do Libra? We're going to skip past. I'm going to
just prioritize ones that are funny.
Do Libras get bored easily? Libra's problem isn't boredom. Their problem is autonomy.
Monotony.
Monotony.
There you go.
They despise any receptive repetitive action. They hate being stuck in the same old patterns other people seem to get stuck in. They crave variety and adventure and can be immense resourceful at finding ways to be challenged, amused, and inspired. So that's you. How do you
say that's true?
Okay. All right.
I'd say there's a good portion of that that's true. Yeah.
Okay. Kenny.
What? Yeah.
Birthday.
Oh, my actual birthday?
No, you're fine.
February 21st. I'm a
fine.
Pisces.
Pisces.
Yeah.
Pisces. Oh. My ex-wife was a Pisces. But my kids are, so I can't say shit about it. Because I can you.
Attention to everything you're saying, dude.
Pisces. The fishes. That's his symbol, the fishes.
Yeah. Sleep with the fish.
You're going to sleep with the fishes.
Yeah.
His element is water. Modality, mutable. What does that mean?
Like mutable?
Does that mean like people could
No,
shit on him? And
mutable
talk
means,
over him like I'm doing right now?
Yeah, mutable means you can change.
Like
I
it's
think,
formable,
versus,
right?
Yeah,
okay,
versus
okay.
immutable,
Like
which means
clay
you can
is-
never change. Yeah.
Clay is mutable. You can form it and make different things.
The ruling planet is Neptune.
Is
That's what it is.
Not Uranus.
Pisces traits.
Uranus?
Yeah, I thought it was
There we go. Pisces traits. Somehow both 5 and 50 years old at once. So you could be a child and a grown-ass man at the same time.
Yeah, okay, that's true.
Think everything is a sign.
That's not true. I kind of value
It's a sign from the heavens. Like, here you know.
No,
All need Jesus.
I've never said that.
Can't remember if they dreamt or it actually happened. Kind of like your idea of
That's true.
We've done this podcast
Yeah,
before.
that's true. That's true. Those two worlds blur a little bit.
Excessively romantic.
Oh yeah,
Really?
100%. Yeah,
Seriously?
yeah. Ask my wife what my like Valentine's Day and birthday cards look like when I give them to her.
Really?
Yeah, they're
wow.
sappy
That's
shit. You know,
Pretty crazy. Because
Yeah,
I can also
that's
see
true.
you walk in the door with a spaghetti stained T-shirt with a 30 rack of beer and say "Brought dinner."
no, I don't do that. No, I mean, I'm probably not the most romantic person on the face of the planet, but yeah, I value it.
Prone to fantasy.
Yeah, sometimes.
Are you in the room with the micro machines? Got them all set up on the floor like you're having a war with them?
Yes, I did used to do that when I was a kid.
Did you ever play Dungeons and Dragons in a basement and actually have a measuring tape out there, the measuring distance between?
Only
things?
once, yes. Not
That's
often.
a little inside.
Whoa.
It's an inside joke between.
What was he measuring? What was he measuring in his basement? What?
No, that's like
Wow.
He was
a
playing
table
the-
game.
What was it? War of
Oh
what,
god, I can't remember what it's.
World of Warcraft or something like that.
No, it's like something. I don't know. It's like little robot things. I can't even explain it. I don't remember what it was called.
We'll tell you after.
Yeah,
the
I'll have to
joke.
like look it back up.
Ken actually walked into a situation where he thought it was going to be like bro time, and it ended up being not.
I mean, it was bro time.
It was bro
just-
time.
we
It
were-
was just.
we were also playing with toys. Yeah. Which is fine, man. Like when I had kids, like
It's a
I
weird
love
story. That was
I
fucking
love
fun.
playing like like die-cast cars and stuff with my kids. Like I can totally get into that mindset just like I'm a kid again. So I think that makes
No boundaries. It's the last one.
correct. Everything's
boy.
on the table, baby.
Oh, you're lucky this isn't Patreon and Discord only.
Yeah, I know. I would have.
I could have went so many places. All right, here we go. Ready?
It's okay because he has no boundaries.
Yeah.
Is Pisces a good sign? If you are asking this question, you're probably a Pisces who is insecure.
Incorrect. You're actually asking the question. I could give a shit less.
That's kind of how I felt on mine. We're like, well, if you're asking, no, I didn't ask.
Yeah, no, I'm not asking.
If you don't feel devalued, it's not because being a Pisces is bad. It's because society as a whole generally undervalues soft skills, soft in quotes, skills like intuition and sensitivity. Your challenge is to start viewing these things as talents instead of impediments.
Okay.
What is the personality of a Pisces? Douche.
Yes.
Describing Pisces' personality can be difficult because Pisces tend to evade distinction. So you're a hide behind the shadows. You're like a Kevin Federline in a Britney concert. Behind the freaking post. Oh, shit.
Yes. I guess.
All right.
like Ringo.
Yeah.
He's a backup
Undervalued.
dancer, is what he is.
Yeah.
Solid
exactly.
gold dancer.
Oh, let's see here. Most of the qualities associated with Pisces are internal processes. we know you have internal processors that are difficult to observe from the outside. This is because Pisces are primarily inward facing. They are not self-absorbed, but they are absorbed in themselves. So
yeah, I think that's accurate. Yeah.
Ultimately, a Pisces wants to Pisces wants to dissolve, to wrest themselves of a physical form and diffuse into everything as they touch as love. To exist in a gossip. Yeah, moving on.
Yeah, basically, saying hippie nonsense.
Yeah, you want to come back as a tree. That's what you want to do.
I don't.
Relax, Karen.
Okay.
Are Pisces smart? Many Pisceans. Wow, you guys got your own freaking Pisceans.
It's pronounced Piscean.
Does that make me a librarian?
Yeah.
Many doubt their intelligence because the society we live in places a higher emphasis on structured brain with the ability to mechanically analyze data and spit out information. Oh my God. This is right up Ken's alley here. This is basically talking about a freaking computer.
Yeah.
Beautiful. God, who would have thought?
I don't know. I could have told you that.
While Pisces absorb and sift through sentiments. This can prove their argument because their opinion is based on a feeling.
No, see, Ken's more of a facts and logic guy.
No, I disagree with that. Ken is Mr. freaking
data.
Data fact. Wow, this one's actually smaller.
Compute.
Show me the evidence.
This one's actually shorter than. Oh no, it's not. Here it is. Oh no, we're not going that far. We're just gonna go this. It goes down like.
Is there a
page and a half long? Joe's was like this much. He's like, he's a douche.
Yeah.
Move on.
I wonder who wrote this. It must have been a Pisces.
Is there a question of why Pisces are so angry?
That's what I was actually looking for. No, there's nothing why Pisces are so angry.
I don't really
guess
get
you're not
angry though.
No, you would be the most level-headed of the three, I think.
I get frustrated.
I can be goaded. I can go to an extreme. You are just even keel all the way. I'm even keel for the most part, but I can go.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. It doesn't actually have it. Why are they angry?
I'm like a constant variable transmission.
If you lock me away into quarantine with my family during COVID for like 3 or 4 months, like I can get angry at that point. But under normal circumstances now.
My only problem with astrology is some of these things are very vague. So you're sitting here
necessarily vague.
You're like, yeah. That's me. It's like when you go to a psychic.
Right. You'll pick out the things that do relate to you and tend to ignore the ones that aren't.
They're touching the crystal ball and they're like, do you have a son with dark hair? Yeah, that's me. Oh my God. This person knows me. But realistically, they're just being so freaking vague and you fall into it.
Yeah.
Although
they call that, it's called something reading, cold reading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Realistically, though, I mean, you are trying to relate with that person.
Right.
I will say this, though. There are some psychics that scare the shit out of me. There is one woman I went to a while ago who basically spelled out my mother I'm sitting in an audience here, pointed me out, spelled out my mother, even told me what she died of, not knowing a single thing about me.
Interesting.
That was fucked up.
How long ago was it?
I want to say at least 7-8 years ago.
Okay. If it were like 5 years ago, I could see this. But if I were somebody making my living off of that, I would have an assistant, and I would have that assistant scanning the audience.
It was just her
doing facial recognition, trying to pull up somebody's profile to get a couple pieces of information, and then feed it back through an earpiece. I would be high tech about it. Yeah.
Or you could even go. You could even go just off the ticket sales list.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that too. You get like credit card receipts or something. Yeah.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. If I had the
thing is, though, my name wasn't on any credit card receipt. Right. I didn't buy the tickets. Somebody else said, "Hey, I got tickets. Why don't you come?" And I said, "Okay." So they were under that person's profile.
So it's unlikely that anybody running the show knew anything.
No, and I didn't talk to anybody else. But what are your weaknesses? We're gonna do your weaknesses, and then we'll get into me.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, the true Pisces weakness is that they are often. God, that's like a.
They are often.
No, the way they wrote this is weird. Often the cause of their own turmoil.
Oh,
yeah,
queen.
They are a little
queen. It's true.
They are a little bit addicted to melancholy. They want to feel things intensely, and there is a poignant side to sorrow that Pisces actually found pleasurable.
Were you like emo back in the day?
No, not at all. That's not accurate.
He had Jenko jeans. Don't fucking lie.
Jeans, but I didn't.
We were prior to emo, so that would be the grunge phase, right?
Yeah,
you had Jenko
or something.
Well,
I guess.
no, because he had The Cure was kind of prior to grunge, and
Yeah.
they were very emo. The Smiths were very emo.
Yeah, I don't enjoy being upset.
They would rather listen to this shit. They would rather marinate in a voluptuous pit of despair than have no feelings at all.
Pit of despair.
Jesus Christ, you're a miserable fuck.
Yeah, no, I'd rather be happy. Actually.
Well, no, but I think what it's saying is you'd rather feel despair than feel nothing at all.
Which I guess most people would.
Love out of nothing.
All right, your turn to lambaste me now.
Okay, yeah. Let's move on.
I don't know if I agree with that. Some of it I agree with. Most of it seems kind of way off.
50-50.
Should I look up this Castro astrology page and read yours?
No, I have it right here. I'll read it, and you guys could just pick on me about it.
All right, I'm good with that.
A, my reading, and B, that
Now, what's your sign?
fun. Leo the lion.
The lion.
Hannah should listen to this one too. My daughter is on the cusp. Yeah, oh boy. All right, ready? Here we go.
Ready.
Leo symbol, the lion. July 22nd to August 22nd. Oh, so Hannah misses it. She's actually right on the cusp of Virgo and Leo, so she's bitchy all the time, basically. Element fire.
Okay. Of course, he has to have the cool one.
Modality? What do we say?
Yeah, modality.
Yeah, I don't know.
Fixed.
I don't think they know what it means.
So
Fixed means I'm as stubborn as fuck.
Yeah, that's
ruling planet, the sun.
Uranus.
the sun. You can't.
It's not even a planet.
Yeah,
it's not a planet. It's a star.
What the hell's wrong with these people? You can't have the sun.
There we go. Leo's traits: exudes warmth and creativity.
Only when you pee your pants.
Yeah,
a little bit vain.
A little bit.
I've seen that.
Really big personality.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say that.
Yeah.
Wants to stand out.
At times.
I'm short. I just want to freaking be seen. I don't know. Interested in luxury. Nah. That one I disagree with.
Okay.
I don't care about luxury. I don't. I'm more of a put me in the woods like Ted Kaczynski type person.
By the way, that started watching that documentary on Netflix.
Yeah.
The guy's messed up and brilliant at the same time.
Well, they say there's a thin line between.
He's right there.
Eccentricity and insanity.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's right at that line. Like he made step back and forth over it a few times.
Yeah, I think he did step over it.
All right.
Well, both sides, I'm saying.
Yeah. What kind of person is a Leo? Leos are bold, warm, and loving. I think so. They're also ultimate showmen. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you started a podcast.
You like P.T.
I'll
Barnum.
give you that.
Like P.T. Barnum. Yeah. More like a carny.
You are like a carny.
I told you it was your turn, so it's fine.
That makes Raph the bearded lady.
That's true.
Oh, you'll pay for that one. No, you can't take it back now.
That's okay. I don't care.
They can dazzle with the theatrical flair of a Broadway star and the charisma of a politician. They are captivating personalities. They have a way with words and can speak eloquently on just about any topic, no matter how quickly they have just been introduced to it.
Yeah, I disagree.
Speak on them, yes.
You do have a way with words.
I'm going to go with Ken on that way.
It's the wrong way. But
no, I'll go with Ken, though. I could speak on something eloquently, but if you ask me to read it, forget it.
Right.
Yeah. True, yes.
Leos inject ambition into everything they do. They are ruled by the heart. They are brash and confident and trust their instincts. Their actions are natural and effortless. Leos have unrelenting appetite for growth that is easily satiated by the praise of others. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely down for gratification. Nice. No, what I'm saying, if you're doing something and you bust your balls on it, like, you're really trying to do something and everybody's just like, don't even give you an attaboy or a pat on the back or,
Yeah, everybody needs
handy or something. I mean, just saying.
Affirmation once in a while.
Yeah. But I think it's everybody, right?
Yes.
When they are hurting, it shows. They will use their anger as a protective wall to shield the vulnerable.
Ding, 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 ding.
So what is wrong? They want to be perceived as unbreakable because they are scared of admitting vulnerability, needing things from other people, being incomplete. Okay.
That sounds kind of familiar.
What are the bad traits of a Leo? Oh shit! It's
this one right.
Fucking long.
Yeah, but
Joe and I read ahead a little.
Oh, you bastards!
The first sentence has you pegged pretty good.
The bad sides of a Leo appear when they are positive, and admirable character traits cross over into excess.
So when you go to extremes on your positive traits,
okay. They can be perceived as overbearing, but this is due to their hyper presence and warmth. I'm hyper presence, okay, but warmth, I don't think so. I would go with passion about something. Would that be considered warmth, right? If I'm passionate about something, and
there's two different things.
Well, I'm saying if I'm passionate about something, or kind of what happens with Joe, if somebody discredits you,
you get pissed off. Yeah,
forget it. Leos have a reputation for being braggarts. I don't agree with that. It's my show. I don't agree with that.
I've never heard you brag before.
I don't think I brag. I know you
feel like constantly, but once in a while.
To them, this isn't bragging; it's sharing. Oh, there we go.
Right, you're very sharing. Yeah. Very occasionally sharing.
Sharing their accomplishments with others makes them feel connected. Blasey, blasey, blasey. I don't need to read all that shit.
Oh no, you do.
Pat the Blasey?
And they expect the same in return from their friends. That is wrong. Sharing their accomplishments with others makes them feel connected, and they expect the same in return from their friends. No, I expect nothing from my friends. I do things out of the kindness of my heart. I don't expect shit back. They want to be celebrated, but they are equally happy to celebrate you. That is true.
That part's true, yes.
Leos like to feel important. They don't necessarily want to be worshipped or be treated.
Yes, you do.
I hate you both.
Like a little idol. Like a tiki.
My hands are freezing.
It's cold in here.
They're basically worshiping like a Muppet representation of you.
That wasn't my dude. That was this son of a bitch sitting on. That was
sitting on an obelisk.
But he's sitting on a pedestal in the middle of the.
It's actually an obelisk that's usually erected.
An obelisk. That wasn't my doing. Let's see here. They just want to be recognized for their authentic selves. The difference between admiration and worship is subtle, but the difference between Leo being preoccupied with themselves or being focused on the good of the people they care about. They want to be the center of the universe. Jesus.
Yeah,
I don't fucking whatever.
They
want to be.
That's why your planet's the sun, even though it's not a freaking planet.
Yeah, exactly.
They want to be rewarded for the best and brightest. They want to give special treatment, but also feel deserving of it. What do Leos hate the most?
Libras.
Libras and Pisces.
Leos hate being bossed around. Oh, absolutely. That is a freaking nail on the head right there.
Interesting that you chose the military as a early career in life there.
I would say that the military was a grounding.
Yeah.
For somebody with a very eccentric, let's put it this way. If I didn't go to the military and go to boot camp,
you would have been out of control. Yeah.
I would have been
prison.
Yeah. I was steadily heading that way. They are very much in charge of their own worlds and their own destiny. Leos are perpetually wounded by the acts of betrayal and abandonment. Okay. Yep. Their pride is a sword that they wield to protect their sovereignty.
I love how they go straight to sword.
Their sense of honor is intense. They hold both themselves and others to a very high standard, and they are deeply wounded when someone breaks that code.
That sounds about right.
I'll give that one. There is an ingrained need for everyone to acknowledge and validate their existence. Not true.
Hey, it's me.
Not true.
Look at me.
That I don't agree with.
I exist.
This can't, no, because I could very much be at the forefront, or I could slip back into the shadows.
Okay.
Not a problem.
Foreskin.
This can lead to what can be labeled as narcissistic or abolitionist behavior that borders on the absurd. Jesus. God damn. Makes me want to go home and kill myself.
No, yeah,
The absolutist behavior, maybe a bit.
I don't know what absolutist behavior is, so I'm going to skip over it. They hate being told what to do, but if you can get them to listen, they can usually be persuaded. I'll agree with that.
That's true.
Yep. And your approach is all that matters. Let me tell you right now. If you approach me with, hey, man, I was thinking, I want to get your thoughts on this.
Yeah, you got to be deferential around
But
George.
if you come in and you say, you got to stop doing this, or you got to stop doing that. Like,
that never works.
Never works.
It's not
Kind of
responsible.
like Grand Lodge with the podcast.
That's where I was going with it.
Yep.
If you want to talk to me nicely, like our last guest did, right, worshipful brother Shane Dufresne today, man.
Whisper
Listen,
good counsel.
we would like you to
Knock it off.
not knock it off, but we'd like you to tone down some stuff.
Here are the things we have some issues with. Can you cut back on this?
Not a problem. But when you put a blast out in a newspaper, you get the wrath where I start firing emails. And we'll leave it at that. It's old news. It's under the bridge, forgiven, forgotten. We're all good.
Witness me.
They hate being told what to do. Get them to listen and can be appropriate, especially when you make them feel it was what they wanted all along. Okay,
I do that to you all the time.
Oh yeah, that's crafty.
I do that to you.
You do it all the time. But
That's great.
You come up with a little idea, and I repackage it a little bit. Hey, George, I think what you were saying was this. You're like, that's exactly right. So let's do that. I'm like, all right. Okay.
Yeah. And then in the group, when we're on our group meeting, all of a sudden Ken's like, I think we should have a duel after this episode. Joe's like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Let's shoot each other.
That's
Cool.
my idea. But they'll always secretly resent that they didn't reach this conclusion alone. Not true. Leos don't like to be told to do things. They especially don't like to be forced. No.
Truth.
They demand respect, and they don't take kindly to people who don't respect them. I mean, I think that's also part of Joe's first rule.
Don't be an a-hole.
Just yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. I don't know about that one. I think that would be for anybody.
I feel like these profiles were fairly accurate.
Fairly accurate.
Good.
I love
50 to
this part,
60%.
but I'm going to skip to a part that he was probably going to avoid.
Okay.
So there were 3 ways to seduce a Leo.
Oh, I didn't know that there was a section.
Yeah.
Do tell.
And I'm going to go back and look at ours too.
Doing this?
No, we're doing this.
Okay.
We'll do it for all of us. How to seduce a Leo. Scroll back on their social media and accidentally like one of their first posts.
Oh.
This will immediately get them thinking.
Yep.
You're doing this to piss me off because I don't have social media. That's
Number
what you're doing.
2. Show them a Michelangelo painting and tell them that it reminds you of them.
What?
Whoa.
It's more like the statue of David with the little piece of dough.
It's kind of over the top.
3, put in reflective contact so that they can see their own reflection while they stare into your eyes.
Holy!
Let's go back. We got to go back to Pisces and Libra.
Oh my God!
Yeah, that's pretty much saying
Holy!
that's kind of messed up.
What the hell?
Let's see how to seduce a Pisces.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Here's Ken.
I'm ready.
Bring a copy of a classic romantic novel to a park that they frequent. Wear a little musk or patchouli. Put a wildflower behind your ear. When you notice them looking, meet their gaze. Stare deeply, but not creepily.
Incorrect.
And bring RAM memory.
Patchouli, all those things will just make, they will turn my stomach.
Number 2, during your first conversation, tell them about your most recent heartbreak. Make sure to slip in that you've never been able to talk to anyone like this before.
Oh, God. That's not going to work.
Number 3.
Others have tried.
Look at my cool tattoo. You have such a cool tattoo.
No.
Confess your feelings in a handwritten letter. But first, type what you want to say into Google Translate it. Translate it into French and then back into English. So it sounds more poetic.
What the?
The third one.
That might actually work.
So let's see Libra. We'll just go with Libra because we're going to be fair here. Let's see. How to seduce. Mine are really short. Wow. How to seduce a Libra.
Because you can't seduce them. You're a miserable fuck. According to what we read.
Whenever they say something in conversation, say, "Oh my God, me too."
Nope.
Really? That would really annoy the shit out of me.
Would annoy most people.
Number
right?
2, spend 3 days together without any alone time.
What?
No, that would drive me nuts too. So spend 3 days together, but you're constantly with each other for the 72 hours or whatever it is.
No, they were operating under the assumption that you can't be alone. Remember in your profile there.
Nope.
And number 3, ask them to be your muse.
What the hell does that mean?
Like artistic inspiration.
Yes.
Oh, so you're basically DiCaprio.
Like paint me like your woman friends or whatever the hell. Like this guy over here.
I guess it works.
And he points right at the holiday.
Holiday wanted to be my muse.
He's now your muse.
Oh, that's so. Anyway, we've done 2 things. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, we've done nothing.
And we've debunked that astrology has nothing to do with Freemasonry.
No link to Freemasonry, unfortunately.
No, not unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really see any reason
because
astrology kind of always annoyed me anyway.
Astrology is making predictions based. I mean, whatever. There's no science to it. Is the problem? We are very science oriented Freemasonry.
Yeah, generally we're taught to
religion. It's
important.
Yeah, it's interwoven religion and science. Is basically what we are. You know, like the 2 bridges of things that can't be. You know, people who are super religious can't agree with science, and science can't agree with religion.
Right? Yeah, that's BS.
When in reality, they prove each other.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's where we sit, right smack in the middle.
Yep.
But astrology can't be proven. It can't. It's
squishy.
It's superstition.
It's squishy. And it could be. I don't know. I just have a thing with things that can be manipulated. I guess you can say. You can change things and.
Yeah.
Oh well, no. You're actually, you know, like for instance, I'm used my daughter over there, Hannah. She's perfect example. She is. She's August 23rd is her birthday, which is literally on the Leo and Virgo kind of. It's called the cusp, right?
Which means nothing.
Yeah. But you know, it's like, oh well, you know, she's she was born at that particular year was a Leo, but then 2 years later it's a Virgo, and I don't know, it just you follow what I'm getting at.
It's
like it could be molded,
not precise.
It could be molded to what you like,
right?
You know.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard people say, "Oh, well, you're not 100% under the profile, the MO of a Pisces because you're close to whatever the other one is, Aries."
Right.
Because I'm February 21st. It's like, oh, because you're on the cusp. I'm like, no, this.
Oh, there's 2 types of the sign too, right? There's like the sun side and the moon side, and you're like, what the hell does that even mean?
And Uranus is on the rise.
That's why
Uranus rising.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't like superstition. Superstition is generally kind of like Freemasonry is averse to superstition. We're taught to be reasonable. We're taught to apply to the 7 liberal arts and sciences.
And my biggest issue is stuff like that that's based in superstition can be, like you said, manipulated to kind of manipulate the ignorant. And I'm not talking stupid people, but just people that don't know any better.
Yep.
How many people have? How many times?
Jim Baker.
You're getting angry.
Like, I make fun of women, please. I'm just making it because it was actually on a meme or a shirt that I had seen when it was what the hell was it? I think it was an Instagram meme I seen, and it was something about I'm not being mean, I'm just a Scorpio, and then somebody responded back with like, no, you're just being a bitch. Like, well, that's what I was saying. It was a meme or something that I had seen that was, but it's true though.
It gives them an excuse for their behavior. It gives them excuse
for their behavior.
I just want to say I know it's Scorpio and they're very nice. Thank you.
I'm just making a point though. Like,
I don't know any Scorpios. I don't think. Maybe I do, and I just don't know.
Oh, you do.
Why are you blinking?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Are you having a stroke?
No,
you're at that age.
That means he needs help.
If I stare at the camera and blink 3 times, that means I need help.
Yeah, that's his
being abused.
What do you say, brothers?
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
Yeah, that was fun.
This was fun. We're gonna do something a little bit more
I
serious.
don't think we accomplished anything, but it sure was fun.
2 things: like, subscribe, smash that
like button.
2, we have a guest next week.
Yes, next Sunday. Week from today. Brother Timothy Hogan, who is probably what he's best known for is drawing the correlation between certain alchemical symbols and alchemy to Masonic rituals, which is really cool. If you guys want to, I think it's about a 40-minute YouTube video you could find. Just type in Timothy Hogan, alchemy, Masonic rituals. It'll mean, if you're not a Mason, you might say, that's kind of cool, but I don't know what he's talking about. If you're a Mason and you've been through all 3 degrees and have heard the obligations and the penalties, you'll be like, wow, mind blowing. So definitely a guest that I'm excited about. Should be fun. Hopefully we get our tech working. We'll have to try do a test run.
Dry run, yeah.
Maybe we can get somebody, one of our Patreon people, to call in via Skype on Thursday to give it a test run.
Yeah. What I have to do is I just have to download OBS is what I need to do, and maybe Ken
I can set that up for you.
Ken knows OBS because XSplitter doesn't work on Mac.
Yeah, I have no idea what
So
you're talking about.
It's just a program for splitting screens.
Yeah, it's like a streaming application, a lot like XSplitter. It's just cross-platform, works well across
And with
everything.
Don't
my-
cause the
And it's
stream.
free.
And with my shitty Dell going finally kaboom.
Yeah, it'll run good on that MacBook. It's
Yeah.
a good computer.
All right, brothers, shut it down
Yes, sir.
for the Freemasons podcast. I'm Right Worshipful Brother George, Marjorie signing off.
Worshipful Brother Joe signing off.
And Worshipful Brother Ken signing off.
Have a good night, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Good night, all my. Who's the daughter of the? Who's the baby's daddy?